today is going to be what is the role of Scrum Master? What does the Scrum Master do in the Agile team? Mohammed, what do you think about this?
That's such a loaded question. A Scrum Master does everything for the team. And he's like, I call the Scrum Master that is the cheerleader for the team. You're leading from the front, you're supporting your team, but also you take the blame for anything that your team misses on. So you're basically the face of your team in front of management. Your management should never be reaching out to your developer. They should be reaching out to you, and you reach out to your team when the time is right. To me, I love I love being a scrum master, but because my team's success is my success, and you show them that you're not afraid by leading from the front and removing any impediment that faces their development or a blocker that's facing their day. Also, it's very important to any scrum master to be positive always. In the most negative scenario, you need to be the one with the positive attitude to pull up your team from negativity. So you want to make sure that you're cheerful, you're leading from the front, you remove impediments. You do anything that's needed for the team to deliver their goal, to make sure that the team achieves the definition of success that that team has identified, because every team has their own definition of success. That's to me what a scrum master does, to be honest. He does everything.
All right. So to me, a Scrum Master will move to any direction to get the job done. So if it takes me to wait in front of a manager, in front of a manager's office for 3 hours because I'm waiting for him to sign an approval to get a developer access to this environment, I will do it. If it takes me actually contacting a VP, vice president, for us to give us permission to deploy to this environment, you gotta have to do it. So pretty much you move to any direction outside developing or writing code. You move to any direction to make sure that the team is moving forward and removing the blocker that they have told you so that they have it, or actually proactively looking in the future and understanding that these stories in next sprint they have dependencies with other teams. So following up with the other team is your task now. So pretty much you could always have different tasks every day to actually enable teams to move forward. The main or the typical, I would say, duties for the Scrum Master is facilitating all the Scrum ceremonies like daily stand-up, retrospective, planning, and estimation, grooming, working with the product owner, making sure that we have a healthy backlog, pretty much. Besides those ceremonies, attending scrums, which is a collaboration between all the scrum masters, product owners, and tech leads, to understand the dependencies that it's happening between teams and any blockers that we might face, and we make sure that we call these blockers out, and we make sure that we're removing these blockers before actually it comes as a blocker to block our team from moving forward. Uh, I would say also the Scrum Master, this is the main definition of a Scrum Master is a servant leader. You serve the team, you serve the team with any issues and anything that they require from you that for them to move forward. A leader is you're leading by example. You're not a leader because you are better than them, but you are a leader because you kind of like you understand the main goal of Scrum and you kind of always put them on the right path for a healthy team characteristics and for a healthy team cohesiveness to make sure that we are acting as one body team, that to make sure that we are controlling our destiny, to make sure that we, as a scrum master, I want to protect the team. So a lot of times management always want to remove people from the team or add people from the
Hmm.
team. You always want to mention to management that this is going to hurt actually the velocity of this team. This is going to slow this team down. Sometimes changing team members is healthy. A lot of times it's not. sometimes it's healthy. So you gotta be aware of, is this a healthy move or this is not a healthy move? Adding more scope to your sprint. A lot of times, product owners or even the organization would have urgent requirements after your sprint started. So you could be in day 3 or day 4 and you're committing to 50 story points. And after 3 days, you find your product owner, hey, we have this top urgent requirement that we should be working on. So as a Scrum Master, you shouldn't be always, all right, welcome, add it to the sprint and overload my team. You gotta be cautious that your team is a 50 story points velocity team. This is what we committed to, and we know that this is what we are able to finish. So if you give me more, it's not gonna magically finish by itself. So it means that maybe we add this piece of the top priority work, but maybe it's wise to remove some of the work that we committed to earlier to keep our kind of like velocity and capacity intact pretty much. So these are the stuff that you always want to protect and shield your team. You always, as well as a Scrum Master, want to be closer to your developers, your QEs, your BAs, your product owner. And I said it before that the best relationship that you could have is with your team and with your product owner, to make sure that you know what's happening in your house before going to a meeting with management and getting shocked that your team is doing something that you don't know. So pretty much being aware of where's everyone at is your goal, and being aware where we want to reach is that your main goal that you want to help team reach this destination.
I just want to call out one thing, and because a lot of people make this mistake by thinking a Scrum Master is actually a manager. You don't You're not a manager. You're a Scrum Master. Exactly what we said. You're a servant leader. So you don't give orders to your team. You give them suggestions, but they're usually smart suggestions to. Mainly, your job is to make sure that the team is going to have a healthy conversation towards the goal of the meeting. That really is your goal. Not give them direction, not give them solutions, none of that. That is supposed to come from the team themselves. You facilitate the meeting and you give them suggestions. It's up to the team to say yay or nay.
Yep. One last thing I wanted to add as well. In my career, I've met a lot of product owners when I first meet a team or join a team. A lot of people, they could have misconceptions about what is a Scrum Master. People would think that a Scrum Master is the guy who only sends meetings, which this is not true. If a product owner knows who's the audience that she or he wants them in a meeting, and she wants to have this meeting for to understand more of the requirements that we're gathering, probably the product owner should organize this meeting. If a tech lead wants to have a meeting with another tech lead in the team, probably the tech lead should organize it, because you're not the secretary of the team. You do stuff to make it easier for the team. If you have time to organize this meeting, please go ahead and do it. But it's not your actually responsibility of organizing all the meetings for the team. Your responsibility is delivering a value to the organization, pretty much. And that was the end of our class today. Thank you, everyone, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.